Every single person wants to be in good shape, have loads of energy, sharp mental clarity, perform well, but they don't want to feel like they're living this restrictive lifestyle and it's very boring and they can't do the things that they actually want to do. And especially when it comes to diet, a lot of people feel like they have to be absolutely perfect. They can never cheat on their diet. They have to track every single calorie. If they have seed oils, they're going to die. If they have sugar, they're going to die. And what does this lead to? It leads to them burning out because what they're trying to do is just not sustainable. You see people like David Goggins and people like this who say they never ever cheat on their diet and they're always perfect. Well, these people are completely weird and they're also outliers, right? So I don't think they're really a good example to compare yourself to. And if we just look at the results, ask yourself, look at other people, the ones that try and be perfect, are they able to actually maintain it, or do they usually yo-yo their diet? They put on a bunch of weight and they just lose all their progress. Now, if this is you, you're not failing because you lack a bunch of discipline. You're just failing because you're trying to be perfect and it's very unrealistic. What you do most of the time matters a lot more than what you do sometimes, right? And the foundation of your health and your physique and how you feel is built through consistency, not trying to be perfect and never slipping up. And so having one-off actions here and there doesn't matter. Guys, I literally have dessert every single night and I'm still around 12% body fat. Now, there is actual research out there, although I don't like pointing to research. I like to use common sense and speak from experience from myself and helping clients and friends and family. The ones that try and be perfect are the ones that never get the results long term. And it's also very known that the ones that go on extreme diets are the ones that have the worst success rates out of all of them. And that's because discipline and willpower is finite. You cannot be disciplined all the time. What you need to rely on is a system and an identity that's built around health. So it just becomes automatic. And so if you want to indulge here and there, sometimes it doesn't matter. Guys, I eat dessert every single night and I'm going to show you why I can do that. Because your health is a system. You've got sleep, nutrition, movement, stress management, all these kind of things. If 90% of that is dialed in, then one mistake here and there isn't going to harm anything. What will make things terrible is if 90% of your habits of those things I mentioned are not dialed in, and then adding that 5-10% is not going to help at all. That's going to make things a lot worse, right? If that's you, you don't deserve to have cake every night. And so you don't want to be that guy when you go have dinner with your family and your friends and you say, oh, I'm not going to have dessert because I'm on a cut, I'm on a diet, right? It's like those are usually the ones that are fat and out of shape, right? Having just one dessert here and there doesn't matter. It's about how your entire system responds together and your consistency over a long period of time. And I was actually speaking to a friend a few weeks ago and I told him that I eat dessert every single night and he just freaked out. Like he laughed and he made a huge deal out of it. I was like, yeah, I get it, right? I'm a health coach and because I'm a leader in a space, people kind of expect me to be perfect and that kind of thing. But, you know, I explained to him that like, bro, I'm so dialed in with everything else, my sleep and my nutrition, outside of that, my stress management, my circadian rhythm, my hormones, my blood work, my gut health, everything is optimized. So I can have cake at night. It doesn't really affect me that much and feels like a nice little treat at the end of the day. And look, of course I could try and be perfect, but this is literally a choice, right? It's not like I'm indulging in it because I feel like I need to. I'm literally so good everywhere else. I feel like out of anyone, I deserve a bit of cake at night, specifically apple cake. And I'm able to do that and still have good energy in the morning. I don't feel wired and tired. I manage my stress properly. I get really good sleep. My biomarkers are very locked in and I'm 12% body fat. And that belief of wanting and needing to be perfect was something I relate to because before I got into the gym, I used to look at people that were in shape and were able to maintain it all the time. And I thought, these people are just perfect. They're able to just do it consistently. They never slip up on their diet. They never do this. They never do that. But that's just not the case. That is not reality. And what I realized after years and years of being consistent with my health and maintaining a good physique and good energy levels is it's just about adopting a system and an identity around health that makes everything automatic, right? Because when I first got into the gym, I never got out of shape. It's been about 7 years. Once I made that switch in my brain to get in shape, once I saw myself as a person who can get in shape and get healthy, there was just no way I was leaving from that. I wasn't going to downgrade my identity. This is it. This is the new version of me and I fully accepted it. And I consciously didn't understand at the time what I was doing, but it was all subconscious. I was just killing my old identity and adopting a new identity. And when this happens, you set new standards, right? You just take care of your health automatically. You don't need to think about being perfect all the time because I know. Let's say, for example, I have a binge day. I eat really bad, which rarely happens. The day after, I'm going to rebound so much better. I'm going to be extra disciplined on my diet. I'm going to be extra disciplined on my sleep. And I probably won't even cheat on my diet for like a week because I'm rebalancing. I'm going back to my future, better identity. Because if you see yourself as a healthy person, when you eat dessert a few days in a row, or if you binge eat like pizza a few days in a row for whatever reason, you're gonna freak out. You're gonna feel uncomfortable, like no, and then you're automatically gonna get straight back onto the bandwagon, right? Whereas if you see other people that are very out of shape, when you see them eating dessert, they could eat dessert 5 times a day, every single day, and not feel bad about it because they see themselves as a person who is out of shape and doesn't take care of their health and isn't healthy, right? So for them, they don't freak out and go back to being in shape straight away. And so in the end, an identity and a system built around around your lifestyle is what's going to help you maintain peak health and stay in great shape. Now, if you stay stuck in this perfection mindset and you feel like you can't ever slip up, you're just going to have this constant guilt. You're going to yo-yo with your diet. You're going to gain a bunch of weight. You're going to have these burnout cycles and feel terrible about it. And if you're a business owner or a sales rep, or your, income relies on your performance, having this yo-yo cycle of burning out and gaining weight and feeling terrible about it is going to affect your output. It's going to affect the results you get, and it's going to fuck with your mind. Now, I hope you guys found this useful. I hope you stop thinking that you need to be perfect and you can enjoy a bit of dessert every single night like me, because I do it every night, and I'm looking very forward to having my apple cake later. Now, if you guys want to learn a system on how I can restore and optimize your health using science-backed systems and personalized data built around your lifestyle to transform your identity and keep you consistent with restoring your health, getting lean, improving your energy levels, and performing at the best of your ability, you can click the link in the description and we'll go from there.